Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Revise. Today we will be looking into Finance Commission. So the question is, consider the following statements with reference to the functions of Finance Commission. It allows for the withdrawal of money out of Consolidated Fund of India, to allocate between the states the share of proceeds of the taxes. Third statement, to consider applications for grants in aid from states. And the fourth one, to supervise and report on whether the union and the state government are levying taxes in accordance with the budgetary provisions. And again it is asked for the correct statement. So we will have a quick revision about the Finance Commission, what is its composition and regarding its duties also. So the first and foremost, please understand that it is Article 280 of our Constitution that empowers the President to constitute a Finance Commission every 5 years. And according to the Constitution, it shall have a member, that is the Commission shall be headed by a chairperson along with 4 other members also. And they are also eligible for a reappointment. And regarding the tenure, etc., it would be the President, it would be mentioned in the presidential order. So only these have been mentioned in our Constitution, that is regarding this, but again regarding the qualification of these members, etc., the Constitution is silent. And that's the reason why the Parliament has enacted Finance Commission Miscellaneous Provisions Act of 1951, which supplements the provisions of the Parliament. Which supplements the provisions of the Constitution. And accordingly, this act actually lays down, it is this particular act which lays down the qualifications of the members. So according to this particular law, according to this act, it says that the chairperson should be a person who will be having or who should have an experience in public affairs. Apart from this, regarding the 4 other members, the act stipulates that one member should be a High Court, should be a High Court judge or one who is qualified to be a High Court judge. The second person should be a person who is having a special knowledge in the finance as well as accounts of the government. And the third person should have wide experience in financial matters as well as administration. And regarding the 4th member, it also stipulates, this particular act stipulates that the 4th member should have special knowledge in economics. So these are the 4 qualifications which has been mentioned in the act. Please keep that in mind. It has not been mentioned in the Constitution. It has been mentioned only in this particular act. And according to Article 281, the Finance Commission will be submitting its report before the President, and it is the President that would be laying this particular report before the Parliament according with the actions that has been taken on these recommendations along with that. So regarding the functions of this particular Finance Commission, the most important part, it recommends for the distribution between the states as well as union on the net proceeds of taxes, as well as it also deals with the allocation between, that is amongst the states, on this particular allocation. So it is the first and foremost one, that is distribution between the union and states, the net proceeds, about the net proceeds of the taxes, which are to be divided between them, and the allocations between the states on the respective shares, Along with that, it also recommends on the principles that should govern the grants in aid that has to be given or that would be given to the states concerned, that is from the Consolidated Fund of India. So regarding the principles, it will also be recommending on the principles that would be governing the grants in aid of the revenues of the states out of Consolidated Fund of India. Apart from this, the Finance Commission will also be supplementing or will also be giving or recommending measures that needs to be adopted in order to augment the Consolidated Fund of the state, that is, it is Consolidated Fund of the state, so as to supplement the resources, the financial resources of local self bodies, that is regarding panchayats as well as municipalities, on the basis of the recommendations that has been given by the State Finance Commission. So it is on the basis of the State Finance Commission, the Finance Commission will be recommending on the measures that has to be taken so as to augment the Consolidated Fund of the states to supplement the resources that is available to panchayats as well as municipalities, that is with regards to local self bodies. And also along with that, any other matters also which has been referred by the Commission to by the President, that has been recommended to the Commission by the President in the interest of sound finance. So these are the important criteria which are to be taken up by the Finance Commission. Now coming back to the question, here the first one, that is to allow the withdrawal of the money out of Consolidated Fund of India, it is wrong. The Finance Commission is nowhere associated with withdrawing, with regards to allowing the withdrawal of money from the Consolidated Fund of India. So which means that the first statement has to be eliminated. So here when you are eliminating option A, first option, you can eliminate option A as well as option D, Delhi. So the remaining one is option B, Bombay, as well as option C. So here you can say that Bombay, that is option B, deals with 2 and 3, while option C deals with 3 and 4. So from this you can actually get to know that option 3 is correct, that is to consider applications for grants in aid from the states. So option 3 is correct. So we have to just go for either, we know that either option 2 or statement 2 or statement 4 has to be correct. So we will just go through it. Statement 2, to allocate between the states the shares of the proceeds of taxes. Yes, that is correct. We have looked into it. So second statement is correct. But again, we will just go for the fourth statement also. Fourth statement, to supervise and report on whether the union and the state government are levying taxes in accordance with the budgetary provisions. This is nowhere concerned with that of the Finance Commission. So which means that the fourth statement can be eliminated. So we can say 2 and 3 is the answer, that is option Bombay, 2 and 3. So that's it. Thank you.